Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Set to kick off.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's Richie James on the return. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. Well, it's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is, but to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And that's a touchdown. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing, Winston. Escaping, and Winston lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Opening drive fumble, and the 4 miscues that they had last week. 4 turnovers, Charles. So this is a bad trend.
And, Brandon, you and I both know that they didn't just ignore what happened last week. They focused on it, tried to get better. And when it happens here again in this game, the head coach is going to see that as a direct reflection on his message to the team, and it's not sinking in.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run here with Eckler. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's taken down.
A good run on 1st down, followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Throw left side complete. That's 4th. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Down in the air, now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Allen! A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Chargers 7, Browns nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Now James returning. And he'll give it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
You talk about closing in a hurry as a safety and run support. Not only did he get a good run in, he gave him a pretty good pop too and finished off the play behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 13. Over the middle, complete. That's James. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Sliding out of the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On 3rd down, Winston. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. For a Charger touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Here's James. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad, and he'll be taken down right around the 27. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to do that?
Now look at this. Big gain and picked up by the Chargers. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. There are 2 words words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. 38 yards on the scamper there.
But when you're able to break a run against a cover two or a two-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple of blocks. They look good doing it there. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to one.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here, third and goal. Working out of the gun, Winston. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down. Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Maher is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So put 3 on the board, but from that far into enemy territory, probably hoping for more.
Yeah, I think they're going to get together on the sideline, talk about it, right? Because you get that far, that deep, you want to come away with a touchdown. They'll take the 3, but they're going to file it away for the future.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. Now James returning. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return, the Browns take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief there when they had to give up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. You've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 28. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a first and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. On the carry, it's Muhammad. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of the... This first quarter.
With the score, Chargers 17, Browns nothing.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now here's a throw that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
At the 12-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. And it's 17-7.
Makes the score Chargers 17, Browns 7.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
A 1st down throw for Winston. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
On 2nd down, Winston again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb it.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. You decide to throw the football, You're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The Browns drive about to get started. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball to cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll get this to Eckler. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2nd and 4. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now a give, right side. Aldridge wiggles free. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
8-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. Room here to run. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
24. Browns 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Here's James. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Calvin Ridley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious. There came the points.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down, Winston. His throw here is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, it's Winston. It's trying to fall short, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Atkin. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
First down.
This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
2nd and goal.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now they're pitching out here. Now the ball about fumble. It's out. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
The Charger drive about to get going. Winston now after the fumble recovery. And his throw is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Here's Winston. Incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? He's going to loft one deep left side here. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Bailey got the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Their own 28-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range. Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully. A 2nd down throw for Winston.
Forced to the ground and incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up. In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. And a give this time to the tailback. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally. Winston now from the 50. to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. On play action, Winston. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Winston completing a quick throw out wide. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
The 26-yard line.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback.
Number 29.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
From the 22, Winston. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football, complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing the outlet, incomplete. It's Chapman. And he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
Now Winston. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it's in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Now James returning. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Going deep for Diggs. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
He's going to go up top again. And got his man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now this window is running back out of the backfield. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
A 3-yard gain.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 9 now. That's into the hands of Eckler. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. The Browns on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Browns are back within a score. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score Chargers 31, Browns 28. Matt Bosher.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
The man is sharp. It's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Winston. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And again this time to the tailback. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here.
31 yards attempt.
The kick by Moore, it is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
Browns.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
2nd and 11. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
The pass.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going deep, and at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
For the point after.
Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from taking the lead in this game.
Browns 35.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going, and they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Down at the 30.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
2nd and 5.
Stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from 1st down. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Winston. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
The tackle made.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Palmer. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the Chargers' 20-yard line.
Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now a give right side. Palmer. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Charger drive about to get going. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And it will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. One last shot now for Winston. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15.
Today's final score, Browns 30.
Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then